You don't have to be confused for a second longer as to why the higher love you want isn't here yet. I'm going to tell you exactly why it's not here. But first you need to know the reason it's not here is not because you're not good enough. It's not because you're not perfect enough. It's not because you're not working hard enough. It's not because you're not dating good enough. It's not because you're like failing to be feminine enough. It's not because you haven't found the right tricks and games. It's none of that. The only reason that it's not here is because you haven't yet made yourself into the woman who can receive it. Ask yourself, if my match was here, if they were actually here in my life right now, if they were a real person in my life, they were with me, what thoughts would not be there that I have right now? What emotions would not be there that I have right now? What negative expectations would not be there that I have right now? What pains, what wounds, what fears, what blocks would not be there that I have right now? What you're going to see is that you have a lot of stuff inside of you right now that wouldn't be there if your person was here. And what women do is they go, I want the love, I want the love, I want the love, give me the love. Why is it not here? And they're not realizing the reason it's not here is because it's actually a different version of you that would receive that love. If the thoughts wouldn't be there when you were with him, you got to let go of the thoughts to be with him. If the negative emotions wouldn't be there if you were with him, you gotta let go of the negative emotions to be with him. For instance, if you were with your man right now, you literally wouldn't have the thought, is it gonna happen? Am I ever gonna find love? What if I'm not meant for love? You wouldn't have those thoughts, hello. You would just be with him, right? So how can you keep those thoughts in your system, in your energy? How can you vibrate at doubt and then attract the person who, if you were with them, you wouldn't have those thoughts? If you had the person who loves you purely, entirely for you, you wouldn't have the insecure thoughts and feelings that you have now. So how can you attract that person who you wouldn't have those insecure thoughts and feelings with if you keep those insecure thoughts and feelings inside of you? If you are with the person who doesn't mirror the old wounds that you have, you know, the abandonment wounds, the I'm not good enough wounds, the I'm going to be hurt wounds, the I don't trust men wounds. If you are with the person that doesn't mirror those wounds because they don't do that stuff to you, they just love you, you wouldn't be carrying and repeating those wounds, would you? It doesn't even make sense. So how could you keep those wounds inside of you and attract the person that would never do those things to you because they are not a reflection of those wounds? One of my most favorite lines from A Course in Miracles is, miracles are natural, but it also says, miracles are natural, yes, but purification is required first. What does that mean in terms of your love life? The miracle, you getting a man and a relationship who's every single thing you want and more, no settling, that is natural, it's meant for you. But purification is necessary first, meaning letting go of everything in you that's not a match for that so you can actually be in a state where you can receive that love is necessary first. Most women want love, cry out for love, say, God, why won't you send me love? But they don't do the purification necessary to receive the higher love. So they receive by default. They receive what they've always received, which is not what they want. So what I want you to get is that attracting in top 1% love, attracting in love that's 10 times better than anything you've had, attracting in love that doesn't hurt you, but lifts you up. Attracting that in has nothing to do with being good enough. You're already good enough. Attracting that in has nothing to do with how hard you try to date and make it happen. Attracting that in has only to do with you making yourself someone who can receive that higher love. A lot of women that come my way and follow me, they'll say, Nicole, I want top 1% love that you talk about. I want this incredible relationship. I don't want to settle. I want a man who's everything I want and more. And I want to be in this power couple partnership. And they're saying, I want this, I want this, I want this. But they are not holding their energy to be a match to receive it. Energetically, they're not aligned. What they're doing is they're making themselves someone who cannot receive it because of the fears, of the blocks, of the mindset limits, of the stuff they haven't let go of. That's not really a match. Wanting love and making yourself a match to receive that love are very, very different. You can want love badly. You can date all you want. You can even attract in partners. But are you attracting by default by your old patterns, or have you made yourself a match to receive something truly better? You getting everything you want in a romantic relationship, you getting that person who is everything you want and more is natural. It is supposed to occur. But purification is necessary first. Doesn't mean you have to change who you inherently are, because who you inherently are is worthy. There's nothing wrong with you. But the patterns, the thoughts, the emotions, the fears, the wounded patterns from your past that are not a match for that love, that literally would not be there if you were with that love, which are the things that are stopping you from receiving that love, that has to be purified. And most women will not even embark upon that work because they're so busy going, is it possible for me? Can I have it? Please bring me that love. What's wrong with me? Why don't I have that love? Why is it so hard for me? They're so focused on all of that stuff that they're not realizing, no, there's nothing wrong with you, but you got to get aligned. You have got to do the inner work to become the vehicle that can receive that love. It is meant for you. It is waiting for you to become the version of you that can receive it. And when you do that, the love comes to you. When women start working with me, their world is not filled with amazing, incredible top 1% men that are wanting them. Of course, right? They look at their world and they're like, there's nobody that I want. They won't commit. They're not taking me seriously. They're hurting me, this sucks, and they cannot see with their physical eyes the kind of person that they want, right? But something in them deeply believes on some level that they're meant for something higher. And we do the purification work. So I show them how to systematically upgrade their mindset so it's in alignment to receive the kind of man that they want. I show them how to systematically really truly heal from the past. I don't mean like doing affirmations. I mean actually heal from the past so you are no longer vibrating with the energy of your wounds, so you no longer attract people who match the energy of your wounds, and you can actually attract something different in your life. I show them how to systematically upgrade the energy that they're projecting in their love life so they only project the most confident, worthy, attractive energy, and so they receive, as if out of nowhere, but it always existed, those top 1% men. The man for them, their man, comes into their reality. They didn't see it before we started working together. They only felt in their heart something more was meant for them. And the purification work, if you will, clears the way for that person to come into their life. Right now, I know if you're watching this, you're split. Part of you is like, yes, Nicole, I want that love. I believe it. I'm that. And part of you is like, is it really me? Can I really have it? But look what happened in my past. That wasn't good. That means I can't have it. And look what I'm seeing in my present. My present sucks. If you know in your heart something more is meant for you, but you don't have it in your physical reality, there is very likely a split. There is very likely a part of you that believes and a part of you that doubts. There is very likely a part of you that feels worthy and a part of you that feels absolutely insecure and freaked out. There's very likely a part of you that's like, oh, I believe that something new and incredible and amazing can happen. And another part of you that's like, but it hasn't happened. But look at my past. But look at my present. And so you doubt. There's likely a part of you that wants to be open to love, but there's another part of you that's terrified and scared and really doesn't want to get hurt. There's likely a part of you that's like, I want this incredible man, but there's another part of you that's like, oh my God, I kind of like hate men because they disappoint me and they hurt me. You're split. We got to heal that split to get full love. I help you heal that split. So you don't just think, oh, I'm a catch and I should have somebody amazing, but you don't really feel it. You don't just think, I really want a top 1% man in my life, but internally you're afraid, you're so doubtful, you get disappointed very easily. I help you heal that split. So your mind is aligned, your heart is aligned, your energy is aligned. When you are in that place, your love cannot help but come in. There is nothing that could stop that love from coming in. It will walk right up to you and say, I'm here and I choose you. One of my clients who was a badass 7-figure boss babe, had everything except the man, had to clear a lot of stuff for her love to come in. On the outside, she's a total catch. Nobody could understand why she's single. But if you were to look inside of her, in her mind, she had a lot of thoughts against men. She was angry at men. She had fears from her past that were still in the present. She thought that she couldn't be accepted as she is. There was all these things that were blocking love that were inside of her that nobody on the outside could see, but I understand how to help people release their blocks so I could pinpoint it quickly and she could shift. When that shifted, she attracted a partner who's literally the most amazing man in her life and so inspiring for her and all her followers and every single thing that she wanted and more. And it only came in when she shifted on the inside. Another one of my clients who's a fellow love coach. A lot of love and relationship coaches hire me because they know I can actually help people get to real love and quickly. So when she hired me, of course she knew what to do, right? But inside of her was a lot of fears because she had narcissists and she had abuse and she was hardened and she wanted great love, but she was so afraid. She had experienced so much disappointment and pain. We had to purify that so she could get to the place where she actually believed she can have exactly what she wanted. She felt worthy to have it and she felt safe to have it. When she shifted what was within, purified what was within, she attracted in the most incredible man who's now her husband, and she is a beacon of love for all of her followers who are already following her for love advice, but I'm the one that helped her land her man. That's what Love Elite private coaching with me is about. This is for the woman who will not settle for anything less than extraordinary, truly incredible, higher level love, and who wants support to release anything in her that's keeping her split and energetically misaligned for that love, so she can get aligned as quick as possible and receive what she already knows on some deep level she is meant for. And we can chat to see if the program is right for you.